Fight fans, this is Kurt DeVille with Counter Punch Boxing News, and I am live finally. Look, man, give you guys some advice. Never eat a foot long coney from Sonic and then expect to function afterwards. What do we got here? Hold on a second. What's Fury is the alpha and omega, says Luca Mora. Lucy Moore, aka Luke. You guys, sneaky. I can think of a few other or things to call him, especially if he ducks Usyk again. Let's see. Uh, Rotate device. Okay, well, I'm trying to. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get this right. Let's see. All right. Wait a minute. I know it's perfect for this now. All right. I know everybody's looking at me like, what the hell is this? Yeah, let's fix this right now. There we go. There we go. Rosewood Steel. Not sneaky at all. What you see is what you get. Rosewood Steel, I mean, you get a lot of things. That's kind of, you get a continuum with Tyson Fury. It's something that you'll see one Tyson Monday, Tuesday another one, Wednesday another one, Thursday another one, Friday another one, Saturday another one, Sunday another one. If we had another day of the week, we'd have another one. But he's forever changing. So you're saying what you see is what you get. It's like he's not an old guy sitting outside of a, of a beer tavern, you know. So I don't get that one. But Quan Big Guns, while the stream hasn't even started and Fury fans are already talking BS. Fury is a very sneaky fighter. He will do dirty things at any opportunity. I think Usyk beats Fury. Quan Big Guns. I could see you saying that. It's good to know your audience. Naeem Islam. Fury was sneakier when he was lighter on his feet. I can see that, I guess. I mean, the quicker you are, the more like you can do stuff quicker. You're more subtle because you're faster. You know, you're not slow. You're not, you know. Bryce Productions. Hello, hello. David Mick Forever Alone. Hi, Kurt from Liverpool, England. What's up, David from Liverpool, England? Marlin. Fury started to act like a diva. Hope Usyk takes him down a notch. Well, I think it's actually it's by choice. It's by design. I think, with Fury, because I remember like other smaller heavyweights, he kind of swerved. And when I say swerved, I do mean that very loosely, because I remember Oscar Rivas. They offered him like the WBC diamond to fight Oscar Rivas, and he turned that down. And Gillian White fought Oscar Rivas. The only significance of that fight was, for one, Dillian White got knocked down, was in a tough fight. He did win that fight. For two, um, he tested positive or had some kind of adverse finding. For three, Tyson Fury was the first person that was supposed to be involved in that fight, not Dillian White. Dillian White came in as a replacement to or for Oscar Rivas to challenge. Okay, so Dillian White was that guy that kind of like, let's speak, and okay, let's speak Dillian White so he can face for Tyson. Doesn't feel like, no, 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 don't talk, no call him. No llamada, no, no llamada otra vez, no. That shit. So those are the three things that stick out about 2019 about Tyson Fury, Dillian White, and Oscar Rivas. He did not want to fight Oscar Rivas for whatever reason. I don't know if he was scared of him or whatever. He just did not want to fight him. He turned that down. Osini Sahid. Hello, Asini. Erzism, Kurt, enough love, bro. Hope all is well. All is well, brother. All is well. I'm nice and refreshed. What's up, Kurt? Bill, Kivani's in the house. I hope you are doing well. Man, I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. Appreciate you guys for asking. Sean Smith. Hello, Counterpunch. Watch your videos all the time. Really good stuff. Sean Smith, I appreciate it, man. You know, we need 100,000 more like you. Tyson can tongue punch my dirt. Box love. Deidre Ratchet or Rashid. Tyson can tongue punch my dirt box. Huh. Okay. Michael J. I don't know why, but just thought I haven't watched sporting shit cons in about 8 months. What happened? What I'm guessing you're talking about sporting icons. Okay. Fury won't fight Usyk. That fight will not happen. David Mick forever alone. I hope you're wrong. And I hope you find somebody so you won't be all alone. Andy, Bunny. What's up, Kurt? What's up, Andy? Carmine Smith. What's up, Carmine? Bill Keaveney. Hit the like button, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hit that like button. Bill Keaveney. Kurt, does this fight happen? Tyson Fury and Usyk? I don't know. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen like quickly. It's not going to happen. We're going to find out within the next week if it is. Because it's getting to the point it's dragging on too much. You guys remember when Team Usyk set a deadline for March 4th, and then that kind of jump started Frank Warren and everybody, and then the whole Saudi Arabia thing began, and then all of a sudden we heard, and this was weeks ago, we heard Usyk agree to whatever they offered him, and then we didn't hear anything from Tyson Fury until like last week. And then, you know, the whole Saudi deal fell through. And then, you know, then we found out why. And then they didn't really want to reveal why it fell through. But the real reason it fell through, according to John Fury, the dad of Tyson Fury, that they offered Tyson a certain amount of money and he didn't want it. So they counteroffered. And Prince Khalid, according to Derek Chisora, said, no, you're not getting more than that. So obviously he asked for more than what they offered him. We don't know what he was offered. So, you know, not yet. It will come out, okay? But whatever he was offered, that was that. Now, Bill, it's like this. Bill and company. I do question this, though. I question if Usyk was this easy. And I understand Tyson trying to get all the money he can, but he has to also understand that he owes Alexander Usyk the biggest ass whooping known to man in his career. Why do I say that? because he allowed Alexander Usyk to come in, right? Now, you just think about the money that Tyson Fury made in 2021, okay, versus the money that he could have made in 2021 fighting Anthony Joshua. He decided to fight Deontay Wilder. And I don't care what people say. You can fault me on this or whatever, but Tyson Fury had a choice. And he chose to fight Wilder because it was easier. He did exactly what Deontay Wilder did 2 years before that. 2019, Deontay fathomed, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take the Joshua fight. I'm not going to fight on the zone. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to really knock out Tyson Fury, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to decide, and then we're going to be back here, but then somehow he ended up firing the guy that got him there, which was Ludabella, which was the stupidest thing ever. If anything, this is what I would have done. I would have got rid of Al Heyman as an advisor first, before I would have got rid of the guy that got me the seat at John Skipper's office business room table. I would have done that first. That would have been smarter. Nonetheless, he did. And he ended up fighting Tyson Fury instead. Okay. He fought Luis Ortiz again, which was pointless. Then he fights, just really beating a dead horse with that. Then he fights Tyson Fury. Okay, of course, the mandatory. I haven't forgot about Dominic Brazil, but I mean, he kind of just fell off the planet when Deontay Wilder knocked the soul out of him. Then he gets beat by Fury. Then the pandemic happens. And then Fury goes and says, you know what? Let's wait all year for a possible fight to happen. You agree to the fight to happen before the arbitration. You agree to everything. And you start talking about, well, the money. What about the money? Where and when, how much money is it going to happen? Then you decide to call Prince Khalid later that year. Then you determine it's ready. Then the very next day, an arbitration comes forth saying that you have to fight Deontay Wilder, which before that, they said that was expired, and you look at it, all this, it's like, okay, Bob Arum, you're a lawyer. You know how to read contracts. You must have had a copy of the contract. You must have knew what things meant according to definitions in the contract. So I think that was all a big bunch of bullshit. 2 or 3 weeks before that, Bob Arum already set a stadium to fight Deontay Wilder. So I think it was all a choice. Then Bob Arum says, well, if it wasn't for Eddie Hearn dragging around, the arbitrator might have ruled in a different decision. It's like, well, wait a minute. The arbitrator already knew that Tyson Fury was in high negotiations to fight another guy for an undisputed. Then all the rumors came up about Wilder suing for $30 million, which that was untrue. We found out that was a lie too. So basically, all said and done, he decides to fight Deontay Wilder in 2021. And then Joshua fights Usyk and loses. So you lose your opportunity. Yeah, undisputed, but that's not the real thing. Undisputed ain't the big thing. For us boxing fans, for the progression of the heavyweight division, yeah, for it to progress, sure. But that's not the whole thing. The whole thing was the money. That was the biggest fight that could be made in the history of boxing at this point of time. And it just so happened they had the belts. Everybody hoorayed for Tyson Fury when he got the WBC because we thought there was actually going to be a difference, but it wasn't. Tyson Fury did the same dumb shit that Deontay Wilder did. And he chose to do that based on convenience. He did that based on convenience. So it was like, you know what? I'm not going to fight Wilder because it's easier to do, so I'm going to get that in. And he did. And he fought Wilder and he beat Wilder. It was a good fight. It was a very good fight. But then again, it was unnecessary. Okay, nobody really asked for a fucking trilogy fight but Wilder. Wilder and people that cried, racist people that tried to say that Tyson Fury cheated. In a sense where When you break everything down, there's nowhere to go besides a brick wall. That's exactly what happened. So I ask you, is the fight going to happen? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But for the money that you bypass to fight another guy, why are you bypassing this easy money since you're only fighting a middleweight? Kurt means sneaky as inside, not being light on his feet. No, I didn't call him sneaky. I called Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was called sneaky by Vasyl Lomachenko, the friend of Alexander Usyk. So you got to ask him. We can only speculate what it means. Can't believe the WBC bought the eggs. Lost all my respect. Toby Larone. I question Conor Benn's explanation. I do. Why? Because why are we just hearing about fucking eggs? As high as eggs been, like eggs have went up in like value. They've skyrocketed. It's like something about the eggs and this, that, and the other. Like in the last month or so, right? Eggs have went up, just skyrocketed. And you're like, okay, why did this happen? How did this happen? And then we're hearing, because we've heard about Conor Benn since October. So October, November, December, January, February. So we got 4.5-ish, almost 5 months, about Conor Benn and the shit that he went through on top of the shit that, we just found out about. Now we hear about eggs. I call bullshit. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I call it bullshit. I think it's convenience. I think they had to do some research to see what the fuck can we, where can we find this shit that was in Conor Benn's body to say it was that shit? Prince Khalid ain't stupid. Usyk's not a big draw. Toby Larone, if he's not a big draw and he's an easy fight, we've seen Tyson Fury take fights so quickly. If he wasn't even a bigger challenge than the guy that he just beat, which was Derek Chisora for the third time, why are we getting all this fucking bullshit? Why are we getting this right now? Why are we getting this whole, I need more money and this ain't that and I'm not taking, why are we getting the runaround now from a guy that's a middleweight, that's too small, that won't be able to hurt him, that I'm going to rip right through him? I get what you're trying to hustle, but then if that is too unbelievable, more than likely it's unbelievable anyway. You're bullshitting people. Something's wrong. Because if that fight was like Derek Chisora, if it was truly a Derek Chisora challenge, this fight would have been signed 3 weeks ago. He would have put it on a video like he did with fighting Deontay Wilder. Remember, he had the contract. What, you want me to sign this? What, you want me to sign this so I can smash Deontay Wilder to bits? So he showed him signing the shit. Like you would have saw something like that. We've seen a quiet ass Tyson Fury. Where the hell do you see that at? Tyson Fury is acting or is using that type of attitude or absence like Anthony Joshua does. You don't really hear from him. You don't really hear enough about him. He's not like the media doesn't really, he's not really covered. He's not said anything. You know what I mean? More than likely, there's people trying to get interviews with him. He's turning them down. So the question I have is why? Why is he turning them down for a guy that's a middleweight? I realize Usyk isn't heavy-handed, but I think if Fury gasses out in the later rounds, Usyk could possibly stop him. Everyone thinks if Usyk wins, he wins by decision. I think so too. Because I just can't see, other than him getting tired, fatigue reasons. I see Tyson Fury losing this fight, if he runs out of gas, if he's in the ocean and he gets tired of swimming and he can't float. That's what I see Tyson Fury, how he would lose this fight against Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk represents the water, the wind, the velocity, the water itself. Tyson Fury is the person in that water trying to swim against it. Now, if he's strong enough, he can swim right through it. But if he's not, he's going to sink and he's going to drown. "50% of what he would get in Saudi Arabia is more than 60% in England." I don't understand him. I understand him. My hypothesis, my counterpunch on Tyson Fury is it's simple. Tyson Fury already knew since over a month now. He knew that Alexander Usyk won't budge from 50-50. If there's a way to get out of this fight, and I want people to pay attention to me. This is no haterade or anything like that. All you Fury fans, listen up. All you non-Fury fans, listen up. Okay? It's about to get simple and it's about to get real. And I want you to follow me. January 13th, 14th, 15th. January 15th, 2023, Team Usyk has already said we are not taking less than 50% if it's in England, if it's in the UK, rather. If that's the case, we are not budging for 50% because we are just as much a commodity as Tyson Fury, even in the UK. So let's hope that that deal goes through. Well, if you already know that and you want to get out of this fight, what do? You turn down the offer for Saudi Arabia. It doesn't matter how much money they offer you. You just ask for more. And when you ask for more, they're going to say, and then you go say, okay, we'll have it at Wembley. But you already know because Team Usyk has already made everything public. What did Bob Arum say, guys? I want to ask you guys a question. What did Bob Arum say and get frustrated about? He got frustrated about Team Usyk going to the tabloids, to the papers, to the media, to the public. Like, hey, you guys need to shut up. You guys need to shut your mouths and let this fight be done in private, right? That's what he said. He's saying that because he already knows there's enough information to just see this through logically, okay, cordially. If you're just using your head, you already know, like, okay, well, they've already said they're not taking more or less than 50-50. So how do you get to a situation where it's a split only? Well, you turn down the deal that could solve the problem for both. And that's what happened. That's all I'm saying. See, the moment I heard, oh, yeah, it's not happening in Saudi, I'm like, yeah, there's a good chance this fight ain't going to happen. Why? Because Tyson Fury doesn't want it to happen. He doesn't give a fuck about those millions of dollars. In Tyson's mind, he's already fucked and pissed away that Anthony Joshua opportunity, but it wasn't Joshua's fault. He couldn't help he wasn't better than Usyk. But he does owe Usyk an ass whooping. And what happened, he should take that for what it is. But then maybe, wait a minute, just maybe it's more to this little Ukrainian fucker than I let on, than I proclaim. I talk shit. But let me keep moving the goalposts because I don't want to be like Joshua. I don't want to see or have people saying that I'm mentally gone. I'm already suffering from mental illness. So shit, I don't want to be another victim by a little guy like that. How can I bounce back? That'll just be as worse as Tommy Fury getting beat by Jake Paul. That won't happen for me. I can't do that. I can't be looked at in that light. Okay, so look, Tyson Fury knows, like, look, I can't put myself in that type of situation. I'm the superstar now. Deontay has failed. Anthony Joshua has failed. I'm the last of the three-headed dragon. So why the fuck would I go in and fight somebody like Alexander Usyk? Now, this guy looks like he may can beat me. And I think people know that. And it doesn't have anything to do with how hard he punches, all that dumb shit. No. Because if a guy can outskill you and you're normally the most skillful guy in the ring, what are you going to do? You're going to get beat. But you might cheat. Bars. Where are we at? Ben is just finding new ways to embarrass himself. $7 a dozen for Walmart brand in Vegas. Yeah, eggs. Agni Kai never dies. Kurt, Fury is a better fighter than AJ. Okay. Um, we can talk about that for a minute. AJ versus Fury. Well, they haven't fought, right? So who are we basing that on? Who are the opponents? Dillian White. Okay, you got Dillian White. That's a mutual opponent for both fighters. They both knocked him out. Joshua knocked him out first. Pulev, Ruiz. Okay. Tyson, Vladimir, Fury. Vladimir, Wilder, White, Chisora. Okay. So Vladimir and Dillian White, those are the only common guys, and I'm like, See, we need more results. We need more fighters with balls. We need more fighters that fight each other. Because like, hey, Tyson Fury's a better fighter than Joshua. Okay, who did he fight? Who did he beat faster? Now you could argue that Tyson Fury knocked out Dillian White before Anthony Joshua did. But we don't have another common opponent. Joshua never fought Derek Chisora, but then who was screaming for a Joshua Chisora fight? Really? That wasn't a fight that we ever wanted. Just like we didn't want. And see, I don't give Tyson Fury as bad as a harder time as other fighters, because you guys can remember that I didn't want to see fucking Dillian White versus Derek Chisora. I didn't want to see that shit. I wanted to see more fights that were fresh, that were original. And when I mean original, never happened before. I didn't want to see in 2019 Derek Chisora take on Dillian White again. I know what happened, the chair and the water and the who's the donkey and the fights and the scuffles and the bad blood and the bang on action. Sure, I know it's a great UK fight, but at the end of the day, I'm not from the UK. I'm not. So I don't really look at that fight as a fight that really benefited anybody at that time. That was just a redo. Hey, let's make a sequel. Boxing is losing its originality by that shit. Because if we keep on, hey, yeah, let's see this fight again. Okay, what about the fights that we could make? So yeah, I shit on Tyson for fighting Derek Chisora a third time. But I shitted on that fight too, because I'm like, okay, that fight's not really necessary. Well, you got to give Tyson a harder time, because Tyson really just picked something out of his ass by fighting Chisora. I agree with you. Prince Khalid knows what the fight's worth, and Fury should have took the money if he thinks it's easy. Toby Larone, yeah, he should have. Ricky Lee, sup Kurt, I watched the interview with Frank Warren the other day, and everything just seems off when asked about Tyson versus Usyk. Something ain't right. No, it ain't right. I just told you guys why. No, it's not right at all. Ricky Super, Oxford, UK in the building. Carp, man, dream on. Carp, Usyk not only beats Fury, Usyk stops Fury. I don't find that. I don't. If Usyk stopped Fury, you're just looking at an all-time great. And then guess what? If he stops Fury, you know it would be badass if Usyk stopped Fury. Leave from the sport of boxing and never fight anybody again. Do a fucking Nurmagomedov. Think about it. The loudmouthest person in the sport he beat the fuck up, submitted, and then he left the sport. No, he fought again. Then he left the sport. There wasn't a rematch. There wasn't any of that again. Usyk should do that, and I think he should do that not for himself, but he should do that for Vladimir Klitschko. Why do I say that? because Tyson Fury fucked over Vladimir Klitschko. And I'm not just for certain, 100% for certain that he did that shit unintentionally. I think he did that because he knew that he didn't want to fight, and he figured that I think Tyson Fury got depressed. I think he did start abusing drugs. I think he got to a limit that he feel that maybe I never will get to this limit again. So I'm going to live this to the fullest. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to get back in there and put myself in a situation where I could be nowhere under this limit again. And if I'm going to go under this limit, it won't be because someone beat me. It will be because of something else. I will self-sabotage myself because I know I will never be at this level again. There will never be anybody in Tyson Fury's career that he beats that's more significant than Vladimir Klitschko. There won't be. Maybe the bad blood happened when Anthony Joshua did it and he did not. Well, that's his fault. Nobody told him to start fucking doing cocaine. It wasn't the nandrolone that we're talking about, people. That shit happened before that. Okay? It was the cocaine. Nobody told him to start getting high. If you had a substance abuse problem, you should have checked into rehab, which you didn't do. You kept getting high and slamming broads and doing whatever you wanted to do. You know, that's what Tyson did, showing up at venues drunk, going in there and shoving around Deontay Wilder because Deontay, was getting his scrap on, fighting some nobody. But he came in all drunk, smelling like a fucking whiskey tavern and shit, and coke. Right? I mean, nobody told him to do that. But it was in a contract that he had to fight Vladimir, and he decided not to. How do you not fight someone? You just fuck up and self-sabotage yourself. You put yourself in a situation that you don't have to fight that guy, or you can't fight that guy. What do? See, my theory is with Vladimir Klitschko, he quit on the Joshua fight because Joshua really wasn't the main target. Fury was. Joshua was that up-and-coming guy, I think, with 16 wins and no losses or something, that I didn't think there's no way in hell this guy is going to beat Vladimir. I like him. He's good and all, but he ain't whooping Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir's going to beat this kid, and that shit almost happened. But Vladimir had an ass-whooping in mind because he was going to show people one more time why his name was Klitschko and why the Klitschkos ran the division, the dark division, but ran the division for 9 years straight. And really beyond that, because that was his reign. Now, we can't talk about Vitali. Ran Lennox Lewis's ass off. I just saw that fight. Oh, come on, man. He was deteriorating in there. I don't know what you're talking about, Larry. Like, you were losing the fight, Lennox. That's what was. I don't know what you're talking about, Larry. Eventually I was going to beat him, Larry. Kurt, Fury is going to batter Usyk. It won't even be a close fight. Fury is too super, bigger, a better boxer, technically more accurate and more powerful. Mac, if he's doing all that shit and he knows he can do all that shit you just said, I know you believe it. That's great. He can. But let's see it. Let's see this happen. Let's see this fight take place. And my question is, why is it all these bullshit fights can easily be made? This one can't. All these fights. Oh, I'm not going to do it. Monday is the deadline. Right? I mean, like these type of things. Then Derek Chisora, everything goes smoothly. You don't hear Tyson no more. Then the fight happens. And it takes about 3 weeks for it to happen and for Derek Chisora to sign off for his $2 million or $5 million or whatever he got, which was a great amount of money for Derek Chisora. I was really happy for him, but that's not the point, is it? The point is, if you're the best fucking heavyweight on the planet or ever was, why are you fighting Derek Chisora for the third time instead of fighting Otto Vailene, someone that actually gave you problems? Fighting Anthony Joshua, fighting Alexander Usyk that beat Anthony Joshua, that fucked you out of a huge deal. That's who you should be targeting. I'm going to whoop you, Ukrainian, because you fucked over my deal, my pot of gold, my retirement check. You fucked that up for me. So guess what? I'm coming for you. And I don't even really want to fight you necessarily, but I'm going to make it my business to fight you because you screwed over my money against Anthony Joshua. We knew that big buff neck fucking Brit bastard knowing he can't fight me, but we knew he was worth a lot of money. He was the golden goose. So you chopped the head off of my golden goose, you cocksucker. So I'm coming for you, and I'm going to whoop you, and I'm going to punish you for doing so. That's what I'm going to do. At the same time, show everybody that what you did isn't really significant, because I could have done the same thing to Anthony Joshua, but you took over the opportunity. That's what I'm going to do for you, Usyk. And what I don't understand is why he hasn't signed that dotted line, or why did he take that damn money? Okay, the only thing that now it resorts to is, okay, he didn't want that money. He didn't want it if it was 65, 55, 45. He didn't want it if it was that amount of money, because he didn't want that fight anyway. If you don't want to fight, motherfucker, you're gonna turn down some money from Saudi Arabia. If you don't want to fight, turn down the money in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has the money. Abu Dhabi, the Emirates states. Look, these are yes, whatever. Right? Those guys have the cash. They have the gold, they have the oil, they have assets. They are liquid. So if you do not want to fight a guy, you would turn down a fight in that spot. And that's what Tyson has done. That's what he's done. Okay? So talking about being sneaky, well, I think I don't think he's sneaky. I think he's slippery, if anything. I don't think the word for Tyson Fury to me is sneaky. No, I think he's slippery. Slippery is you're easy. You can get yourself out of situations, but you got to find out a sophisticated way to do it. You got to do more than wiggle out of the hands of somebody that holds you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, shit. He fell back in the pond. Damn, we lost him. That's Tyson Fury. That's Tyson, man. I'm telling you. Fury never vacated the WBC title, so Fury was never retired. Rosie Mason. That's a good point. Mac, Wileen showed us how well Fury deals with southpaws, and Usyk is the ultimate southpaw. Well, you got a point there. A lot of people talk about the Steve Cunningham fight, and Steve Cunningham talked about it himself. But then here's the thing. A lot of people don't talk about the last southpaw that Tyson Fury faced, and it was Otto Wileen, a guy that doesn't punch hard. He doesn't punch hard at all. And see, if you want to talk about punching power, he was able to hurt Tyson. He's over 200 pounds. He's 6'4", 6'5". Usyk is 6'3". And people, for what it's worth, from the words of Showbiz the Adult, a friend of mine, he says, put your money where your mouth is. If this fight gets made, I'm putting $5,000 on Usyk. And I don't gamble, but that's how serious I am. $5,000 I'm going to put on Usyk. 5,000. Okay? That Usyk wins by decision. Depending on, like if he's up, you won't really make that much. So like, why are you putting up that much? Because, it'd be irrelevant. But if it's like plus 2,500 for Usyk and negative something for Tyson, well, good. I'm not betting on Tyson anyway. I'm betting that Usyk would win. Because see, at this point, here's the thing. If you could bet a fight don't happen and get paid for it, I would do that. Like, I bet you that shit don't happen in by the April the 29th. He'll fight somebody, but it won't be Alexander Usyk. That's just not what I see. Because if it's watch and learn, people, if it's anything that has anything to do with anything at all to do with splits, they're going to get out of this fight. I'm not understanding him. Great boxer, but no way he beats Fury. Well, Fury needs to beat him. As Fury knows he can beat him, what's the bullshit? What's the bullshit? And you could look at it this way, though. You could say, well, Tyson is just trying to up the stakes. Well, he's already downplayed the stakes. You guys got to understand that Tyson Fury has already cut the money. You want to talk about pay-per-views? you never bypass guaranteed money. Never. Tyson Fury, he just made a bad play. Klitschko was gunning for that rematch with Fury. It would have been a war. Yeah, it would have been a war. Vladimir was coming for him. He knew, okay, I've been with you 12 rounds. You're just going to dance around and counter what I try to attack. So this time I'm going to cut the ring off and attack you at will. That's all and then AJ took all that shit. He took the incoming. Usyk doesn't have the power at heavyweight to stop Fury. I don't think he does. Now, put some knots on his head. By God, hope he doesn't cut him. Because if he cuts Fury, it's over. He better have somebody in that ring. We haven't really, Wileen cut him. He caught him with a shot, bro. He caught him with a right hook that Tyson Fury didn't see at all. And he opened that guy's face up. See, people ain't talked about that possibility of a cut. If he recuts that, bro, and they keep that fight going, Fury could lose an eye. And that's dangerous because they don't want Fury to lose that way. And of course, yeah, it will be a rematch and all that shit, but the way Usyk will start hitting him, and he won't stop. Usyk won't stop. I mean, he has now a target. You know what I mean? And you're dealing with somebody that can't hit you, and then he can slip your punches, make you miss, and then make you pay, and then you're injured. You're cut with this big gash or gashes of blood pumping out of you, running out of you, seeping out of you, getting into your eye. You can't see, so you're a one-eyed man fighting a guy that's slipping and dodging and missing, and then punching you back, countering you. You have to think about these possibilities. Everybody's talking about a knockout. The only knockout I see is Tyson Fury. And I don't even look, listen. Tyson Fury is not a knockout guy. He has to do the same shit he did against Deontay Wilder. Dillian White was an exception because Dillian White has a handicap. He cannot take uppercuts to the chinny chin, okay? The whiskers are not strong. He's weak in the whispers when it comes to uppercuts. You know what I mean? Probably just punches overall because Jermaine Franklin, to be fair, caught him with a right hand, and that buckled him too. He did that stanky leg jitter dance bullshit he does when he gets hurt. So we don't even know if Dillian White has punch resistance anymore. Let's just be real. That's an exception. Derek Chisora took all he got and didn't want to stop the fight. He know damn well he wasn't going to win. He wasn't doing a good job, but he was moving forward. He was doing exactly what Rocky Balboa told to his son. It ain't how hard you get hit, it's how hard you get hit and still move forward, kid. And that was exactly what Derek Chisora was doing. Okay, so we can't say that. Deontay Wilder got battered for 11 rounds. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't because this one shot and this, that, and the other. And then again, where the fuck is Deontay Wilder's punch resistance? We don't know that either until he catches one solid to the chin. Maybe Oscar De La Hoya's right. Remember what he said? One punch from Andy, he'll go down. He's going to be lights out with Andy when Andy hits him. I know it. He's going to hit him with the Joshua punch. Okay, so like those guys that he fought were probably doomed anyway or really just didn't, have it anymore. Maybe Tyson Fury did crack the skull of Deontay Wilder. I'm sorry, dented it. Right? I mean, maybe he isn't worth a shit anymore as far as taking a punch. Maybe he is, damaged. Maybe because that's what happens over time. You get into these wars and you get caught and injured by a shot that hurts you. You're permanently impaired, people. You have to understand the difference. You're never the same going into a ring if you are going out. Maybe if you broke a toe, pulled a sciatic nerve, a small orbital bone fracture, ligaments in your wrist, your arm, your shoulder. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things could take place that you don't broke a hand or bone somewhere. Listen, it's combat. Things happen. Okay. And then one thing Tyson Fury is not a knockout artist. He's not. I never took him to be one. I just think he hit harder. But then again, how hard can you hit Wilder without him folding up? He ain't fought no fucking body but a 50-year-old man. Come on, man. Helenius didn't hit him. Dominic Brazil didn't hit him. Who else did he fight besides those guys? Nobody. Tyson. Tyson just got the credit for knocking out a guy that can hit hard. But does that mean that guy that can hit hard can take a shot? No. Better ask Julian Jackson. That motherfucker will hit you and take you out. He will knock your head off. But at the end of the day, people found out, yo, that sledgehammer throwing mother sucker can't take a shot himself. You know what I mean? All you got to do is land a good punch on him. He can't take a shot. Same shit we found out about Terry Norris. These guys are classic, iconic fighters in the 90s, guys. Okay? And we found out things about these brutal predators, okay? In the boxing ring now, in the boxing ring. Predator is a person that seeks and destroys, not, you know what I mean? Because people are, predator, no, what are you talking about? Anyway, Steven, Usyk hasn't shown us his power yet. Well, Tyson has shown me his. Tyson has shown me his power. We got 100 people in here. We have 39 likes. Hit the like button. Donate, don't hate. Participate. Bars. Let's hit that like button. Thank you for someone hitting the like button. We went from 39 to 40. Bing. One person was like, huh. No, there's two. Appreciate you guys. Keep them coming. Usyk beating Fury would be like Prince Asim Ahmed being beat by Antonio Barrera. Well, they were the same size. But I get what you're saying. Like, but here's the thing. Callum, Madison, that's why people, the perception of Tyson Fury has definitely got out of hand. Oh, he's a knockout puncher now. No, he's not. They're all knockout punchers. They can all hit you and hurt you. It's just Tyson Fury's a very good fighter. He's very accurate. And, you know, he knows where to hit you. He knew where to hit Wilder. People are going to think I'm full of shit. People are going to think I'm a hater. Man, you always talk about Wilder. Okay, if Wilder gets hit by somebody else and gets knocked out, then people, I hope you guys remember what I told you guys. Didn't I tell you that there's a chance that Deontay Wilder may not have punch resistance any longer? Just because you fucking guys didn't see him take a punch and he tapped a guy in the nose and knocked him spark out, right? Doesn't mean he can take a shot. Doesn't mean that he's all the way 100% back. No. He just happened to land early. Now, does that make him any less dangerous? No, because he can still punch. He has a puncher's chance. He's always had a puncher's chance. It's just the opposition that he was with, you know, an old, withering, fading Ortiz. Yes, he could stop him. But even that old man gave him problems. Now, see, if we look at Wilder, you know, he should be ready to knock out Andy Ruiz just for beating the guy that only he beat. I feel that the beginning of the fall of Fury is upon us. I have a strange feeling Tommy and Tyson will lose their next fights. CJ Mares. If it happens, it happens. It happened to Deontay Wilder, so it may happen to, you know, and Marcelos. Marcelos lost first, then Deontay Wilder lost next. Then Marcelos lost again, to be fair. But yeah, you're thinking Prince Asim Ahmed. Prince Asim Ahmed was a knockout artist. The guy could punch. He was a heavy hitting guy. He was like a Tank Davis of the 90s in the featherweight division. He was just awkward and didn't have the agility. Well, I can't say not the agility. He just didn't have the skill like Tank. Because, you know, he was very agile. You know, the dude could flip and all that shit like all those guys can do. Lomachenko, Tank Davis, and Prince Asim Ahmed. All these guys could flip. Teofimo Lopez. These guys were very acrobatic. They're very, you know, they're very versatile. You know, so there you go. most of Usyk and AJ fans won't bet on Usyk beating Fury, and anybody who does that just has a lot of money to throw away. Fury is a machine. Jerry Oki Okiki. Okay, there you go. Jerry Okiki. I think that with that attitude brings confidence, and with the confidence should mean definites. So confidence, definites. You should and we should have this fight announced. See, I don't mind the trash talk. I don't mind any of that. I look, I like the idea that people think Tyson is going to tear Usyk apart. Now, I will tell you something that would be fucking hilarious. If Tyson goes in there and does that, that shit will be hilarious. Why? Because Tyson told you so. And it's funny that like Tyson says 1,000 lies, but then the one thing he does say about the ring and what he does in the ring, he makes happen. I'm going to whoop that fucking Dulce. I'm going to beat another Ukrainian, the ugly little man, the rabbit. I'm going to split him open and put him in a pot and stuff his mouth with potatoes and corn. I'm going to do that for him. I'm going to put a little salt on him, put a little whiskey, and throw him in the oven, and then I'm going to eat him. Me and my daddy. Cartman, no one beats Fury. It's his time. Showed that with Wilder. Wilder's only one man, bro. Wilder didn't do shit else besides be the old man. Who did Wilder beat? See, let's stop using one person as the result of someone's success because it's fucking getting old. It's boring. Oh, he beat Wilder. Look what he did. Ooh. How many times he did that shit? And then he's a rumor you'll fight him again. I'll fight him again. You'll fight him again because you have nothing else to prove with anyone else that you can actually execute. That may be the case. It may or may not be the case. My bet is you couldn't. Fight Joshua. Let's see what happens. Fight that motherfucker and see how your style matches up against his style. What can you do with Joshua? Can you knock him out like you did Wilder? And chances are you can't. Fuck, Usyk beat him, so we won't see that fight. So fight that guy then. That's all we want to know. Okay, wonderful. Well, we didn't get to see that fight, but fight him. And then he even, I want to fight Joshua. He thought Joshua was just going to chomp at the bit, you know what I mean, and make that fight happen. But Joshua still has his own shit going, and Joshua still gets more money than him, even losing. You know, the only question is how much and how many times can he lose and still make the same amount of money? Or more money than Tyson Fury, being the winner and winning all the time without losing. Right? Rosie in his fight with AJ, Usyk won't, but his punches were light. Mac, AJ's corner were about to throw the towel round 12 in the first fight. The bell went 7 seconds early to have saved. I remember that. And I seen that happen, and it was still seconds on the clock. You know what I mean? So the question is, it was said that, oh man, it was just off. I mean, I just know what I saw. Okay. I just know what I saw. So, take that for what it is. Chisora 3 was a complete con job, and Frank stuttering over Daniel Dubois being dropped. What? Now that was funny. That was funny. He only got cut from Wileen because he had Ben Davison in his corner to make him fight more defensively instead of Crunk. Quantrell Bishop back up. Well, I mean, that was Tyson Fury, Let's guys hit that like button. We got 92 people in here. Well, we had 100, but we know that's YouTube for you. Belly is the target. Ribs, liver, kidneys. That would be funny as hell. He just targets his stomach. Booga, sniff, sniff. I just watched Lennox fight Vitality the other day. Kevin Knight, I saw it last night. It was the weakest fucking way to end your career. Lennox Lewis, yeah, he was good. But Lennox Lewis went out he went out weak. And then all he did was brag about what could have happened instead of what he actually done. And people know I don't really care for Lewis. Lewis don't care for me. That's cool. But like Lennox Lewis, I mean, I see this is what happened with Lennox. I didn't like Lennox Lewis at all. I hated when he beat Tua. I hated when he beat Tyson. I really didn't care when he beat Evander Holyfield. I know they shitted on him in the first fight. That was wrong. I think the second fight could have been a draw, to be fair. But to be fair, he won both fights. Lennox Lewis, he won both fights. I paraded for joy when I seen the upset in Johannesburg. Yes, in Johannesburg, Hasim Rahman knocked his ass out. I loved it. Why? Because I was thinking to myself, like, you know what? This is something new. I'm glad Hasim Rahman did that. I was happy for Rahman. Rahman actually deserved that. And if you guys want me to go into that, I will. But if you guys don't, I won't. But nonetheless, he knocked out Lennox Lewis. And he became the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Of course, Lewis came right back and took those belts right back, which was it's kind of gangster, actually, because he's like, you got lucky, right? You got lucky. You got lucky. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what happens when you don't beat the count. See, I didn't see it. Just what happens when you don't beat the count. Huh. Yeah, that's happening. That happened. Gambling is bad and wrong morally. Tyson likes your comment. Hopefully get him to jump alive one night. Peace out. Yeah, that would be cool. This is me, Gypsy King Carterville. You fucking Dulsa. Fury is not a crackhead boxer. No, he's a cokehead boxer. There's a difference. So you need crack. You need coke to make crack. So it's like a watered down version of cocaine. It's like a cheap bullshit version. Street value. It's not that Tony Montana Bolivian shit. It's that shit that been stepped on 12 times. So it's actually something like meth that you're putting in some type of apparatus and you're smoking it. Yeah, Usyk can be overcome with pressure. Yeah, he can. I seen that in the second fight. You're absolutely right. Usyk can do that. And I see if Tyson fights him, if Tyson doesn't find a slippery ass way to get out of this fight, if we, to talk about the fight itself, you know what I mean? Because I'm sick of talking about the politics versus the fight itself. You have the politics about the fight. Can the fight happen? Will it happen? Whatever. Then the fight itself. It's a totally different issue. Alexander Usyk can be pressured. We've seen that. We've seen he can be pressured. We've seen he can be bombarded. We've seen Joshua do it, in his own way. I'm tired. I'm 18 stone. Oh, you said that, not me. You're telling me a professional puncher, giant like them, and got no power. Jermaine Franklin's style has a lot of similarities to Ruiz. Throwing faster combinations times you while you were throwing comes forward. If AJ wins, it might give him something like closure. Maybe. Lennox Lewis didn't beat Tyson. He beat a shadow of what Tyson used to be. Same as Joshua beat a shadow of Vladimir Klitschko and Marciano beat a shadow of Joe Louis. No, bro. No, I see what you tried to do there, Steven. You had me there, except that Vladimir shit. Vladimir Klitschko, and then you want me to compare him? I'm going to. If you want me to or not, you're going to get counterpunched. Fucking Tyson was what? Prime at what time? Maybe he got beat by Holyfield in like 97, right? He got disqualified. He got beat, I think, the first time in like 96. Okay. Well, 95, 96 to 2002. What is that? 6 years. So Lennox fought him 6 years after really Mike Tyson to be really considered in his prime. So stop. That Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, same shit. Joe Louis came out of retirement because he was broke. You can't compare that. And you're trying to compare that to AJ fighting Vladimir a year and a half after fucking Tyson Fury magically boxed him? Come on, bro. Stop. Like that shit like that, you can tell, okay, yo, you're comparing watermelons to grapes, and then you're trying to tell me they're the same size. So let's stop that. You can't compare those. Yeah, so did Hay. Okay. Wilder was the dirtiest fighter ever. He hit with his forearm. What? Huh. If Fury comes into the fight heavy against Usyk as he did against Wilder, he will not win the fight. Usyk will be too fast and Fury will be 2 steps behind Usyk. Usyk has the best footwork in the heavyweight division. The godfather of boxing has spoken. I don't think he's going to do that. I think Tyson Fury is smarter than that. If you see, and I want you guys to listen to me, understand this. If you see Tyson Fury 300 pounds walking around now, he's not going to fight Alexander Usyk. He ain't going to fight him. Because he's not stupid. That means he isn't not prepared to fight. And really, it would fill in a lot of blanks for me. What do I mean? His cousin said he ain't seen him in the gym lately. He said, I haven't seen Tyson. Alexander St. Hill, I'm prepared to put some money on Fury. Kurt, you want to negotiate a bet? Hey, man, we got sports bets. It also depends on how much money you want to put down. You know. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Absolutely. Z-Man, then how come Steve Cunningham managed to hit Fury and put him down? We don't talk about that fight, okay? We can't talk about that fight. So let's stop talking about that. We can't talk about something that makes sense. I can tell you're a massive boxing fan, but he can't be right about everything. That's right. We can't only count fights that are prime versus prime. Wilder is not even a draw in the USA. He's a draw. It's just, look, this is what's happening with American boxing. American boxing is being ran and destroyed by Al Heyman. Al Heyman is destroying boxing. He's a cancer. He used to be a good commodity until the money is running out. Now he's trying to hold on to whatever he has. All these bullshit fights that we didn't ask for are being thrown on pay-per-view. And then because they're on pay-per-view, they're not really even being seen. The fighters are not getting paid. And this is where boxing is at in America. Okay, now we do have, like Eddie Hearn, he does have some fights here, Oscar De La Hoya, Bob Arum, but really, you know, the big bulk of fighters that left Golden Boy to premier boxing champions, those guys are getting broke. They're not fighting for years or 2 years. Look at poor ass Jamal. Jamal Charlo ain't fought in over 600 fucking days. That's unacceptable. A young man like that, you take him out of the ring 2 years? What are you thinking? Come on, man. Shout out to all the 18 stone plus guys in the chat. 18 stone? I haven't fought since I was 6. It started because I thought I was going to go to jail. Gotta love AJ though, man. He was like, fuck. AJ was giving, see, AJ expected to get that speech that he gave when he beat Vladimir. He wasn't able to give that speech, was he? He wasn't able to give that speech. He's down here. He's in this state working hard. I wish him the best, man. I don't think it's over for him, man. Fury might use Cunningham tactics on Usyk. He's going to have to if he wants to win. Tyson Fury can't beat Usyk without cheating him. And if he does, I will be impressed. My gut tells me Fury will be back out. I think he's a mental rough patch. Rosie, replace fighter with boxer. Yeah, I don't. Marciano part of that AJ speech. Marciano wasn't even a combination puncher. That Godfather of boxing, that's what Fury is knowing for deceiving people. I bet he's grinding away in the gym because he knows that Usyk is going to be his toughest challenge. When Fury goes off social media, he's in training. Well, that's good. That's what I want to see. See, you know what I miss about Tyson? I miss Tyson Fury, man. I mean, I really do. I miss him. And what do I miss about him? I miss him. I miss the charisma. I miss the, see, Let's Go Champ by Shannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Right? Let's go, champ. That there by itself, okay, that there by itself is like the equivalent of saying, there's only one Tyson Fury. That guy. That's who I want back. I don't want the guy talking about money and business and shit like that. I want the guy talking about, I'm a fucking Spartan. I don't care about money and accolades or legacies. I just want to knock motherfuckers out. That's what I want to see. If you guys know, that's one of my intros from Tyson Fury. Why do I have that as an intro? Because that's the Tyson Fury. That's the personality of the Tyson Fury that I like to remember, that I respect, that I'm a fan of. Not this other bullshit, not this diva, I'm a superstar. No, I want more money than AJ. Fuck all that. I don't care about that Fury at all. Yeah, I'll squash and kill and destroy Usyk. He's so little, blah, blah, blah. Take the fucking fight. Pretty please with sprinkles on top. Take the fight. That fight should be in Saudi Arabia, bro. We need Fury to rise to the occasion. Yeah, we do. Fury's in the gym. Let's hope he is. They say Al Heyman takes 15 to 20% of the fighter's pay. Yeah, I believe. And he gets that money first. He pinches off that money like he did fucking Adrian Broner. Fury piles on the weight between fights. He goes on days, long drinking binges, and shovels industrial quantities of Colombian marching powder up his nose. You can't do that as a professional boxer. Well, Tyson Fury, let me tell you something, Rosie Mason. Tyson Fury does what the fuck he wants because he's Tyson Fury. Nothing more, nothing less. If he wants to do coke, sit around with David Benavidez and Scarface and Johnny Tapia and Pernell Whitaker and Oscar De La Hoya and Julio Cesar Chavez and all these guys that love cocaine, because all those dudes did all that shit, so be it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look, I'll hang out with Tyson Fury. I ain't going to the bathroom with him. I don't care about how much fun we're having. Don't pull up no cocaine, bitch. Just say you don't like Fury, Rose. I know, right? Kevin, I know, right? He's like, yeah, he does that. Yeah, I mean, he does that. If you ever see Tyson Fury in Colombia, you know what's up. I'm in Colombia, you see, boyo. I love the trees. I'm punching the coconuts. I'm out in the mountainside. What are you doing out there? What are you in? Where are you, in Medellin? Where are you doing there? We're trying to find the gold, and we're trying to find the money of Pablo Escobar. I'm like, what? I said we're trying to find the money of Pablo Escobar. When is the deadline? Monday! Monday is the deadline. Sugar Ray Leonard. Love the Coca-Cola. Oh, the Sugar Ray Leonard did too? Yeah. Well, you see. Oh, I can fight. Ooh, I can fight. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, man, it makes my punches a little bit loose. Ooh. I'd like to see John Jones box Tyson Fury. Yep, John Jones, another abuser. Another user. Cancel the cocaine. I'm busy. No contracts now. Oh God. Oh, give me towel. Oh. Whoa. Hey, put some water on this salad. Cold. I'm a little hot, you see, baby. Kurt, what do you think about Conor Benn being cleared? Money talks, bullshit runs a marathon. Eggs now eggs. Come on, bro. Fuck out of here. Eggs have been expensive for about 5 months at least. At least. I want Big Baby Miller versus Wilder ASAP. Oh, speaking of Big Baby. Big Baby! I got something that's going to curve your appetite. It's not going to be big dick pills. It's going to be this. Come on over. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Had Jarrell Miller over there. Fucking faggot AJ. I'm gonna tell you, man, motherfucking faggot AJ, man. Man, they took my fight purse, man. My wife left me and everything. Oh, that was fucked up. Here, have some more of that Jarrell. Jarrell, have some more. Yeah, you know, this is bullshit. You know, Jarrell, big ass nose. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Oh, shit. But anyway, man, this fucking cocksucker, man, I think he got a little penis too. Yeah, man, he took my opportunity. I know he set me up, man. He set me up. That shit could be masked. I know you with the nandrolone. Hey, don't talk about nandrolone right now. We're talking about cocaine. Don't say nandrolone and cocaine in the same sentence, me boy. Don't say that. See, you're losing weight already. Man, you made me laugh on a different chat. You said stop giving Deontay a fourth fight when Fury stops. He's starting to talk funny and not make sense. Tariq Reed, OJ from Philly, counterpunch to you. At least he's not pregnant. I know, right? Fucking pregnancy pills. You know, that's an eggs too? Really? Ricky Torres, appreciate that. Cinco! Remember when Fury was telling everybody he's going to do MMA and then Conor McGregor was going to train him? They interviewed Conor and it turned out it was a complete lie. I don't know him at all. I don't know anything about him. Now doing AJ in the corner with a needle stuck in his cheeks, talking about Eddie, you're sure they'll fall for it? I'd hate to have to humbly smash your papa. Fucking stick it in, mate. You're losing your money. Stick it in. I'll fucking give it to me. Curtis Mall, counterpunch to you. Wilder is not worthy of a mega fight. Jarrell, take it easy on that shit, will ya? You look in the mirror. Hey, my wife is coming. We're going to put this shit up in 30 minutes. I generally believe Fury will quit on his stool. He won't be able to live with Usyk's work rate. I think Tyson will do a lot better than that. Seriously, I think Tyson, he ain't going to quit on his stool. I think Tyson will get knocked out. Hate Wilder all anybody wants. He has the top 3 of all time. He has a top 3 all-time right, if not best. He can punch. Kurt, you do that too well. Is there something you'd like to tell us, D. Rosie Mason? No, I just seen the shit. Seen enough of Scarface. Seen enough of Tyson Fury in interviews to know, like, okay, this motherfucker has been shoveling shit up his nose. He gets high. He said he gets high. I just use cocaine. I like it. I just like the way it smells. I would love to do it with the best of us. Usyk's gonna KO Fury. I hung around with David Kinahan. David Kinahan comes it straight from the boat. From Colombia. I've had it pure Bolivian flake. That's almost as good as the impressions. Fury is a wind-up merchant. I just like the way it smells. I just like the way it smells. Jarrell. Yeah, man. What's up, Tyson? Take some more of that shit. Have a line. Have a line. Yeah, the cocksucker AJ. You talk about AJ more than I do. Cocaine smell like a dollar bill. Oh, it's stinky, isn't it? Fury will quit on his stool, but feign an injury as an excuse to justify a rematch before retirement. Okay, get another payday. Wilder should be fighting Ruiz. Fury versus Usyk. Fury and Wilder can't keep fighting each other all the time. There are other fights. That's true. Searching for UFOs. Ooh, okay. If Fury is in shape, there is no way he loses. That's an interesting concept. Stop it, Shots, man, you silly. Even when he got clocked by Wilder, he didn't lay down and quit. That's true. He could have just stayed down there and said, fuck it, count me out. I've got to the 12th round, so, and then I've just lost this amount of weight. People thought that I I didn't think he'll be able to just make it to that point. Fury sounds like a pirate. He does. Get a little bit of that, big boy. That's good in it, Jarrell. I'll have more in the morning. Come on back in the morning, afternoon. Got a punch boxing news. Who has more punching power, AJ or Usyk? AJ, I think. I think that left hook of AJ is pretty good. You know? But then again, like if Usyk's more accurate, but he doesn't punch as hard, but he can punch more, who do you give that to? You know what I mean? How do you rate that? Fury, the Mayweather of the heavyweight division, picks and chooses who he fights. There you go. That's what he wants to do. He wants to be on a league of his own. Ricky Torre, Deontay Wilder twerking. Also love your criticism on Andy Ruiz. It matched an article that said his stock hasn't rised on beating a 40 age fighter. Ricky Torre coming in with another cinco. Yeah, Andy Ruiz. Yeah, I fought Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz he hit hard. Even though I seen the punch, I couldn't move. My neck wouldn't weave to this way or weave to that way. I couldn't do anything. I seen stars. But I'm strong. Are you doing a live stream tomorrow watching the Jake Paul press conference? Mike Tyson will be there, which is cool. Bryce Productions. Yes, I will be. Yes, it is on. I can't wait for Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. I'm going to be hyped for that shit because we're going to see what separates the men from the boys. We're going to see the truth. We're going to see the real person that's supposed to ascend. It's either Tommy, the Prince of the Furies, or it's Jake Paul being introduced into a real sport of boxing from a real legitimate licensed boxer. So absolutely, Bright Productions. I'm going in. Kevin Knight. If AJ will apply his power, James is perfect for him. AJ should brutalize guys. He should. You know what I mean? I hope AJ turns into a mean, lean, kicking ass machine from Texas, and he buys a house here in Austin and will hang out and have some beers. And hang out with hot chicks. Hang downtown. Kurt DeVille, you're pretty cool. I'm 18 stone. Let's spar. Hell yeah, I love to spar, AJ. That'd be cool. Fuck that, I would love to fight him. Fuck Jermaine Franklin. How about Kurt DeVille? How about that? I think I got a better chance of Franklin, not taking anything away from him. You know what I mean? I'm happy for Franklin, but I'd love to fight AJ. Jake Paul wants a Fury name on his boxing record, but Jake Paul don't want to fight Tyson Fury. He wants to fight Tommy. Well, I mean, Tyson's just too big, bro. What the fuck? Tyson Fury's got him by 100 pounds at least. How the fuck is he going to fight him? Hanging out with Texas with Watford accent. Man, all the chicks will love, oh, he's not from here. Where are you from? I'm from the UK. Oh, can we go hang out with you? Hey, people don't mind if Fury fights nobodies. But when Joshua fights somebody, they slander who he fights. But if Joshua is rubbish, why care about who he fights? But clearly, people rate AJ. Look, Anthony Joshua's been on a level so long that even when he was fighting top notch, you got to find an angle or a reason to put him down. That's what people did. He fought Vladimir, which I didn't even think he was ready for a Vladimir fight, but I'm glad he did because he gave us one hell of a fight, him and Vladimir. Shouts out to both fighters. And we had one hell of a night of fighting, and it ended in a spectacular fucking knockout. In Wembley Stadium. Beating Carl Froch's record, making him utterly pissed for fucking ever. Right? So, I mean, yeah. Then he had these belts, the WBA, the IBF, the WBA, the WBO. Okay, so then he lost them, then he got them back. It was good for boxing, man. And people talk about, hey, you're going to miss Wilder. Look, if AJ leaves the sport, you're going to miss AJ. Boxing will crumble if AJ leaves because you know Usyk's not going to stay around. This is the final stage, the final column in Usyk's career. He's not going to be around forever. So yeah, love Usyk now, appreciate Usyk now, which I do. But understand, Usyk won't be here in 2024. He won't. More than likely, after this Tyson shit, he'll retire. If he beats Tyson, he's gone. AJ avoided Wilder way back when. Yeah, he avoided him way back when. Like 19 is way back when. 18 is too. Way back when they offered Wilder money and he brought slavery into the fucking equation. He's slave master. He just milking Annabelle. Fuck that $100 million slave money. Reparations. Reparations? Yep. Loma and Usyk are leaving when there's no legacy to chase. Listen to the YB, bro. Tyson gonna suck. Big up everyone. Oscar. Do your Aram, Kurt. Imagine Aram talking to Tyson. Tyson, put down the cocaine and listen to me. Frank Ward said you're not returning his calls. You've been in there with Jarrell Miller, of all people, the fucking dopehead bastard. What are you going to do? We need to hear an answer. Jarrell Miller, shut up. Well, hello, yeah. Hello, yeah. Bob Aram, how are you, me boy? We're just hanging out a little bit. I know I can hear you sniffing, you bastard. We're gonna sign when the money is there. When are you gonna sign? Monday? Monday, Bob, is the deadline. I think AJ, Wilder, Fury, and Usyk ain't going to get any better. They are as good as they're going to get. That's true. KD, another good live show. I will catch you on your next live. Respect the godfather of boxing. Ireland in the house, baby. I think the Joshua versus Vladimir fight scared Wilder. I think when he saw Joshua get up from that right drop by Vlad, I don't think Wilder wanted that work. Otherwise, why didn't they fight Joshua? None of that was even talked about. None of that. Wilder didn't say he wanted to fight Joshua. He could have made that announcement then. He was the commentator. He had every ample opportunity to stake his claim then. He said nothing. What did Deontay Wilder do that day? Who did he get into a quarrel or a debate or a dispute with? A verbal sparring match with? Who did he get in? Who did he do that? Who did he get into it with? Fucking a cruiserweight, a light heavyweight. Who was that? Tony Bellew. Yes, Rahman. Thank you. Main plan. Tony Bellew. Like, okay, why are you fucking bullying fucking Bellew? Bellew's just talking shit. You fucking rat. You're a fucking rat. I'll beat you out. I'll whoop you anytime, baby. You come on down over here. I'm going to knock you out. Ooh, I'm going to knock you out. And I'm like, okay, you did all that. And it's like, okay, well, the guy that you commentated, the guy that you hand bumped, you fist bumped, right? Hand bumped. That didn't sound right. But the guy that you fist bumped was the guy that you were supposed to call out because you were the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. You got a guy that just became the IBF and the WBA heavyweight champion of the world. You should have went for that notification yourself. Now it's my time. I'm over here commentating this fight. Come on, man. Charlie Z. Do the English we London, bro. Polish sources say that Fury Usyk fight is very close to announce. What do you think? Oscar, I hope so. Damn, Charlie Z. Is it gonna stop now? Is it gonna stop now? Yeah, I know hand bump. Z-Man 51. That did not sound right. Hand bump. Ugh. Huh? Fist bump. I got Fury too. He's different fighter. He can adjust as Usyk, as can Usyk. It's a vicious chess match. Kevin Knight, I like that. I like the equalness. I like the respect for both fighters because if this fight happens, this is going to be a very technical brawl slash sophisticated throwdown. Chrissy, do a Frank Warren. What do you think about Daniel Dubois being? It's always what? Frank Warren's a piece of shit. I went to England, I punched him in the fucking face. I'm glad he got shot in the fucking face. He's a fucking fish-eyed bitch. That's why when I see him, I'm gonna fuck him till he loves me, faggot. Fucking Frank Warren. Yeah, you punched me in my face. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna whoop him. I'm gonna make him my bitch. Frank Warren, you a bitch. You stay in England, bitch. That's why you don't want to come over here, ho. Kurt, do my favorite fighter, James Toney. Man, I'm motherfucking shit. I'm doing shit. He's a fucking bomb. He's a motherfucking bomb. All the motherfucking bomb. AJ, he bomb too. Tyson Fury gonna whoop all that ass. Wilder, it's time to come up with your bomb too. Motherfucker, bomb. I whoop all the ass right now to give me a contract. I'm gonna whoop all the ass. Shit. OG Tariq from Philly, Gypsy King will beat Usyk. Uh-oh. People need to understand that Fury said recently Steve Cunningham was hard to pin down. If Usyk struggled with Steve Cunningham back in the day and hasn't faced a mover since, Usyk's going to run things. Well, he's going to be in the same situation like I told people about Canelo. Everybody talked about Canelo was this, Canelo was that. He's so good, he's improved, he's this and that. Well, I said no. Because I said, well, who has he been in there with besides Lada and Mayweather that's gave him problems? Nobody could say shit. They just talked about Danny Jacobs and who else did he fight really then? You know, those guys that he fought, Rocky Fielding, big guys. Who else? Usyk may be too elusive for Fury. He has to pin him down. Do you think Joe Joyce can be the man if you think about it? Maybe. It depends on who wins. Do a Freddie Roach. I'm not doing Freddie Roach, Rosie. No, I'm not doing that. No. And I could do I'm not doing that. No! Do you think if Usyk faces other heavyweights and makes a mockery of them, and beats them badly, do you think people might give Joshua more respect? Because people acting like if Joshua lost to a nobody. No, Chrissy, I'm not doing a Freddie Roach. I'm not doing that. What Ben Stiller say? Never go for Okay, What would to fight Tywin Booth on next Misfits? Would you fight Tywin Booth on next Misfits? It depends. Leave Freddie alone. Don't pick on that. Don't matter. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That was Robert Downey. Your Floyd impression is my favorite. Do John Fury again. That's the best. JJ Counterpunch. Yeah, Rain Man. Main plan. Bars. Yeah. See, Usyk has to beat someone like Fury. When he does that, then Usyk will be like, yo, that's a bad motherfucker. Then they'll leave AJ alone because then AJ or Tyson will join AJ. That's what'll happen. It'll be AJ, Tyson. Look, AJ, Tyson, Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora, Joe Joyce. Because what's going to start happening, people, look, this is what happens when you make it big. Like, let's take, for example, let's say, for example, a movie star. Okay, a guy gets in a movie and he blows up. Now he's a superstar. What starts happening is people that don't know him, what they're going to do is they're going to pretend that he was never in anything. Man, where did he just come from? Dude, he blew up from nowhere. No, he didn't. He's been doing this and he was doing that. He was in that. Then all these other things are going to apply. Okay, and when they apply, then people will understand. You remember the WSB, Joe Joyce. He got Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is indestructible now. He beat Tony Bellew. He knocked him out in the 8th round. He beat Derek Chisora. He let Derek Chisora hit him with everything, and his gloves were supposed to be tampered with. You guys remember that? Nobody made a fuss over that because Usyk don't talk stuff like that. Okay, so then he beats AJ. Then everyone's like, oh shit, AJ's really gone, and that's the Andy Ruiz and all of that. But then when he whoops Tyson, ooh. Now you whoop Tyson, and you're like, oh shit. Now everybody's going to mash all these accomplishments together and take them for truth now versus what they could have been doing then. Okay? So yeah, Usyk's going to have to beat somebody and beat the brakes off of somebody else to show like, yo, this dude is really the real damn deal. Like Evander Holyfield. Bars! John Fury impression. We got to start getting some super chats, man. Let's go. Floyd Mayweather. This is what Floyd's going to tell everybody. If Floyd had a YouTube channel. Everybody 5 pounds for this. I think on my career that I never took a loss. I think that everybody should understand that this channel is growing because of me. It ain't because of y'all, it's because of me. You guys are here because of me. So I want everybody to donate 100 pounds. And I said pounds because I'm so rich, I don't even want dollars no more. I got all my money in the pounds. I told everybody, don't come to my house with dollar bills unless you go to the currency. Because I only use pounds. Because pounds are worth more. They're worth more than money. So everybody donate. Come to my TMT hashtag givememoney.org link to donate 100 pounds. Again, I'm the best. I'm the best to do it. That's why I show guys that have no chance to beat me how it's really done. Because people in the sport of boxing, they already know how it's done. And I don't have to show them because they already know. So there you go. Your Mayweather impersonation is flawless, Kurt. Man, I really dislike that. LOL. Counterpunch heavyweight division when mad when they keep in cruiserweights. Heavyweights should eat them. Do a Teddy Atlas. Okay. Teddy Atlas. AJ fighting Jermaine Franklin. I mean, are you serious? Listen, I want AJ. I like AJ. He's a good kid. I understand him. But Jermaine Franklin, the guy has titties, for Christ's sake. He has tits. His boobs are bigger than my wife's. And he wants to fight him? Listen, Dillian White, well, say what you want, Dillian White. But why are we seeing Jermaine Franklin? I seen Franklin. I seen him spar. And I said, hey, I call him titties. You're the titties. What are you doing in there? Put the titties into your punch. Don't put your hip, put your titties. That's what you do. Anthony Joshua, say what you want. He's not that good. Might I dare say he's not that good. He's not that good. Bob the Turtle. It's food. Fury has only beaten Vladimir and Wilder. AJ needs a brutal KO. AJ needs to show us down in Texas, down in the Lone Star State, right? He needs to show us from Derrick James that he can hang with us. Because in other words, we're going to think he's a pompous prick that's been pacified from Eddie Hearn. And might I dare say, maybe he's off the juice. Teddy Atlas really doesn't like AJ. I like your impersonation of him. That's what he'd really say. Ikramudin Zoane, appreciate you, brother. He really does. He should mock Franklin, and you're right. Yeah, he should mob Franklin though. Real talk. He really should. Floyd was signing gloves with money, euros on them. Yeah, Floyd go over there and get brand new. I only want euros. I only want pounds. I don't want. I don't want American dollar currency. I just use credit. I think they are planning for Fury and Ngannou. That's why John, his dad, is saying Ngannou is second best behind Fury. The fight team are laying down the foundation. Yep, like fourth or fifth round KO. Do a Ben Davison. Ooh, I met Ben a couple years ago. We talked for a little bit. Um, if Zhang beats Joyce, will he become mandatory? Yeah, because Joyce is mandatory. If he beats him, he becomes mandatory. Yeah. So Zhang is that's a good fight for someone like that because that gives Zhang an opportunity again that he didn't have. So Zhang has to make it count. And then see, here's the thing about a boxer's path. A boxer's path is not like anyone else's. You may have an easier path than the next guy. Would no, that's Ben. Tyson, no, don't leave me. Don't leave Ben either. James preaches that jab game, getting behind it, etc. We gonna find out. Counterpunch. Fury wants the AJ money. AJ no champ, but has more money. Think why he mad? Well, maybe. A lot of times, if you worry about someone else's success, you pretty much lose the path of your own. That's what I notice about anything. You have to worry about what you can do. You have to maintain and keep what you got. Because if you don't respect what you already have, why are you worried about someone else? You're going to lose yourself. What you said about AJ is absolutely correct. He was selected for his marketable skills before Eddie understood his lack of true boxing skills in amateur fights. AJ is a bum in reality. He's not a bum. He couldn't have been a bum. AJ just was the first to beat a lot of guys, and then when they get beat again, then it hurts the credibility of the fighter. It does. It does hurt the credibility of the fighter once that happens. But in all honesty, he's not a bum at all. He was taking out guys. He was the first to beat Parker. He was the first to knock out Charles Martin, even though Charles Martin is on his third loss at this point in his career. Vladimir Klitschko, he ended his career. Dillian White, he was the first to knock out Dillian White. Andy Ruiz was already beaten by a guy that he already beat. Alexander Povetkin, he beat Alexander Povetkin. AJ was in there with some pretty mad dogs, bro. Say what you want. Do a Jeff Mayweather, Joe Calzaghe, and James Toney, 168. I don't know. I think James Toney would be a better counterpuncher for someone like Calzaghe, because Calzaghe was he was very aggressive. He threw a lot of punches, but those punches didn't really. I think a lot of his punches were arm punches. Big punches. He is the UK version of Wilder. Usyk is scared of Ruiz. Yeah. Usyk, I want to fight him. We both beat Joshua. So let's get the fight on, please. Carl Froch will knock out Jake Paul. I thought Robin Reed beat Joe Calzaghe. Kurt, can I see the back of your head? Connor Bonner. Oh my God, here you go again. AJ isn't a bum. Hello, laugh. People don't know their boxing. People do realize that Joshua went to Arsbeck and whatever that is, and went to the final against Bajani, Azir Bajani, okay, and lost by 1 point. The back of your head looks creamy. Wow, okay. Did you already speak on Conor Benn? Yes, I did. Eggs. Go figure. Kawasaki used slaps at the end of his career after his hands were shot. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That is literally AJ only amateur experience. He was sped through the system quickly, regardless of his skill set. But I mean, he learned as he went, and I think he needs to fill in the blanks. I think he needs to get it back. Andy Ruiz is the generation's Buster Douglas. No, I fought and beat Ortiz. Don't you ever compare me to Buster Douglas, even though I did the same thing he did. Man, this has been a fun live stream. I got to get out of here. I got stuff to do, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys. The press conference should be lit for Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. I will see you guys live tomorrow with a different topic. Ryan, Rosie, Chrissy, Curtis, XK Shots, Curtis Mall. Who else? Connor Bonner, back of your head. Rain Man, Main Plan, all you guys. Thank you all for going on. Be safe. God bless. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.